We're just going to work through a second quadratic simultaneous equation. Previously we made y the subject, as that avoided fractions. In this case here, we're going to make x the subject of this, as again that will avoid our fractions. So we get 3 minus 2y. And now we're going to substitute in the x into here. Just need to be a little bit careful here because I do need to square that x value in this example. Let's just expand this and then we can simplify. So 2 times 3, or 3 times minus 2, sorry, is negative 6, and we're going to have 2 lots of that term. Two y squared is positive 4y squared. Bring everything onto one side. We want the quadratic term positive, so we're going to bring everything onto the left-hand side, and that gives us 8y squared minus 14y. 9 minus the 18 gives us minus 9, and that will equal 0. Let's just get a new board, because this is going to take us some time to factorise. Okay, so this is a tough one to factorise because we've got a number here which is not prime, so there's a couple of different ways that we could factorise the 8. Similarly with 9, usually the best thing to do is just try something and see if it works. So initially we might think, well, maybe an 8y and a y might work. Then our options would be 9 and 1. With 9s and 1s, we are never going to get anywhere near a sum of 14. The other option is 3 and 3, one being positive, one being negative, to satisfy this sign here. Again, 8 times 3 is going to give us 24, no way of getting near 14, so we know that it can't be 8 and 1. Let's just quickly try 4y and 2y. Again, we're aiming for 9. If we tried 9 and 1, 9 times 2 is 18, and then that 4 times the 1 will give us 4. They will add up to 14, 18 and 4. So now all we need to do is sort out our signs. We need the larger one to be negative, so that we end up with a negative overall. So negative 9. 9 times 2 gives us minus 18 y's. And then we're going to need a plus 1 here to get plus 4 y's. Quick check, yes, that works. So that tells us that y is either 9 over 4 or minus 1/2. Okay, so we've got our two y values. All that remains to be done now is to substitute it back into the original equation, which we can't see anymore because it's too high up, but that was x is equal to 3 minus 2y. So we'll do this one first. 3 minus 2 times 9 over 4. Just cancel that down quickly to make it a little bit nicer to look at. So we've got 3 minus 9 over 2. That's 6 over 2 minus 9 over 2 minus 3 over 2. Now we can substitute in the negative half. 3 minus 2 times minus 1/2. That's just positive 1, so x will be 4. Let's just write down the coordinates for each of these. We've got x is minus 3 over 2, and y is 9 over 4. And then secondly we have x is 4, y is minus 1/2.